And so those lesbians,
Not those lesbians.
And we're live. Welcome
All
back,
of them?
everybody, to the channel.
I mean, okay.
I am back. We're back, guys. It has been a very long time, and first and foremost, I just want to thank. I know I had some issues, and I've been gone for the last 3 weeks. So I just want to thank each and every single one of you for your patience and for everybody who donated to the GoFundMe. Everything's working fine now. I should be back to making more and more videos for the future and doing this lovely show. And now we're starting off big and strong. We got a lovely panel here. First and foremost, back with us today, the lovely guy with the glasses, Vase. It's a Vase Productions. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well. I'm very happy to be here. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much for having me.
Yeah, happy to have you here. And then, of course, we also have the greatest drummer on this panel, Jovanna Mullin. Jovanna, how you doing?
I'm great. What about you?
Doing all right. I'm feeling a lot better now that I'm back on YouTube making content. Yeah, and yeah, I think it's the first time I've had you on my channel.
It is.
Yeah, well, first of many. Get used to it. Yeah, and of course, last but certainly not least, the birthday boy. He is recovering from a hangover today. The rookie critic. How you feeling, bud?
Luckily, it's not like a raging hangover where I'm like, ugh. It's just a minor headache all day. But it's
You did kill that bottle, though.
Yeah, man. I'm glad. I noticed I was gathering highlights from it. Every time I was taking a different shot, I was on a wrong number. I was like, oh, I think I'm on like number 4. I'm on number 8, number 11.
You said 8, 9, and 11. How many did you actually take, though? Like, just
I think the actual shots were like 7, but I also drank from the bottle for a bit too. So it probably ends up being around 10 anyway.
That's how people die.
Oh dear Lord. We're gonna take
a note. I'm not a drinker ever, so I'm a lightweight.
Really how
Fair.
people
That's
die.
really fair.
That's fair though. But hey, you know what? I mean, it is what we had a good time there. We roasted your some of your drawings. That was really fun. We heard a lot of your plenty of fish stories, a lot of crazy stuff. Go check out some highlights. I think you'll be posting it later. I think.
Yeah, some of those should be up by tonight.
All right, sweet. And first off, we have Thomas Gilkey's in the chat. First like and comment. Thank you so much, Thomas. The first like and comment I've had in a while for my first live stream back.
Yeah, welcome back, man.
Yeah, thanks. That just took a little bit of time to, also just take advantage of the moment and just, sort everything out in my personal life and everything. So, and getting that all taken care of. Jeffrey Nelson is here. You're back in action. Was just wondering about if you had solved the tech problem. Yes, I've solved the tech problem, and I'm very, very happy about that. And Geeky Candy, what's up, Candace? How you doing today? She says, hello, proper channel. Well, hello, Geeky Candace. Very nice to see you here.
His name is Justin.
Yes, yeah. Well, no, people could call me proper. But you can't call, but proper Jeremy, though, you kept calling me that last night. I was very upset.
Hey, I was drunk and just thought of the base of what I knew you as. So
that's fair. Matthew Schroeder, what's up, man? He says chips, salsa, red wine, and plenty of proper. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, man. And Wookiee Supremacy says, hey, proper, great panel. Hey, thanks, man. That's a very nice thing for you to say. I appreciate it. I'm blessed with the lovely panel. We got Timon Flip here. He says, Ayo, man, how you doing? It's a Trap Production says, hey, peace, just dropping by to leave some support and hit the like button. Well, thank you. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Thanks, Trap.
It's a trap.
I really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get into this bullshit. Oh my gosh. Oh. Matt Schroeder, thank you for the 199 super chat. He says birthday party recap. Oh God, yeah. We'll see. check out Rookie's channel and check out those highlights. Oh my God.
Yeah, those are there. There's plenty other stuff to talk about here today.
Oh yes, and the first thing that we're going to be talking about is this this very interesting article that I brought up. This one story, Birds of Prey's Ewan McGregor, you may know him better as Obi-Wan Kenobi, is proud to be a part of the feminist film that tackled misogyny, which is known as Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I really hate that I hate the subtitle.
Oh
I don't know
my
why.
Because
Something
it's
about
long and dumb.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
use the
What
word-
they said.
fantabulous is used like in the subtitle for me. I just thought like this I expect this in a High School Musical subtitle of a movie like that, but not like I don't know. But anyways, let's get to this. The first sentence, which Jovanna pointed out backstage, just even the first sentence was just like, and this comes from Miss Zara Woodcock. Miss Woodcock, I have high hopes for you. She says the 48-year-old who stars as the villain Black Mask loved that it tackled misogyny, and obviously he's a man of taste. Coming from Zara Woodcock.
Dude, does this person have a Twitter? Does this Woodcock bitch have a Twitter?
Oh,
'Cause
don't.
I'll look it up.
Oh, don't call her. No, we're not spamming her Twitter. No, let's not do that.
Who cares? No,
Okay,
no, no.
I don't even think this person has a Twitter anyway.
She's already putting herself out there enough as the fact that who is she writing for here?
She is writing for Metro.
Metro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let me
She has a
see.
Twitter. She has a Twitter. 134 followers.
Oh,
my
that's okay.
God,
Hey,
that's
you gotta start
hilarious.
somewhere.
You do.
You do got to start somewhere. We could look at the tweets later.
She literally looks like she's my age though. Like she looks like she could pass as someone who's my age.
Is it an intern?
It's a selling point.
Yeah, I don't know if this person's an intern.
Look at how young
or...
she is.
Yeah, if you could look it up, it's the
She's
first thing that
speaking
comes
for the
up
young
when you look at
people.
Zara Woodcock.
We have people who know how to relate to young people.
You get well. Anyways, we could look at that later.
Yeah.
So, anyways, going back to this, she says, speaking to the Associated Press with co-stars Chris Messina, Ewan stated, "Yeah, it's about time. We were both really proud. We talked about it. We were both really proud to be involved in a film that was a feminist film that tackled misogyny. I thought it was a movie about supervillain chicks throwing bombs out of cars and fucking up Gotham. That's what I thought it was going to be about. No, it's about misogyny because I want that in my superhero movies. Whatever. Say it louder for the people in the back. What if they don't want to listen to you? That's why they sat in the back.
Again, I know we mentioned this backstage, but I want to say again, now that we're live, saying something like "say it louder for the people in the back" in your article. This is an article that you're writing for, some sort of publication, even if it's a digital one. This is not a Tumblr post. This is not you commenting on somebody else in bold. Say it louder for the people. Let's say it louder for the people in the back, which I always thought was dumb because everyone's reading this stuff. You don't have to. We get it, okay? And also, it doesn't belong in your article. That's just you literally saying like, this is my opinion, and I totally support what this person's saying here. And obviously, this entire thing is biased as crap.
Mm-hmm.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Oh, whatever. I mean, it's. I don't know. It is. It honestly. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, she's allowed to have her opinion and everything. But just like
that's terrible writing.
Yeah, it's just like you to make me take you seriously less.
Yeah,
that's the effect that has on me. Maybe for the young, I don't know if she's young. I don't know, but
this doesn't appeal to me, and I'm a Zoomer, so it doesn't. That shit does not appeal to me at all.
Right.
Just on me. I don't speak for the whole Zoomer community, but
I don't even know what a Zoomer is.
It's the name given to Gen Z people.
Oh,
so definitely not creative, as it's coined off of Boomer. So
right.
I didn't come up with it.
Is that the people who just say "okay, boomer" to people who are just in their 20s or something?
Yes,
probably.
Jeez.
Anyone that has a different opinion, they just use that joke and they think that they're a hero.
Look
at me.
Old.
I said "okay, boomer," so I win the argument.
It doesn't make sense to me. He said the film and this film peppered with references to that. And this film peppered with references to that. We were just proud to be part of that and be the misogynists in the movie. So they liked being misogynists. Okay, that's interesting. Coming from a man of taste. To help. to help flag that up to guys who need to know that time's done. Okay, cool, sure. I don't like actual misogyny, but as much as the next person, but it is what it is. His character being a misogynist made this conversation on what women go through daily so much more important, and Ewan is already involved. I feel like we only ever see him in places he controls. And then Harley comes into this world and she's uncontrollable. It drives him mad. He hates it. Okay, cool. And the only person that's also coming from, like, Harley Quinn was controlled by the Joker. I guess that there's some sort of line that it makes some sense, but I'm just it's not being presented. The argument isn't being presented very well at all.
I posted something on Twitter the other day, and it basically said, Joker exists. The media. This is going to inspire white male terrorism. Harley Quinn. Nothing gets boys' attention like violence. Also the media. You go, girl.
Yep.
And
exactly.
People started arguing with me. Most people just liked it and were like, yes, that's hypocritical and ridiculous. Some person was like, the difference is Harley Quinn went through abuse. And so she is fighting back against the abuse. And this is helping people come out of abusive like relationships and things like that. And I was like, the Joker became the Joker because of like abuse, unfortunate situation, and like stuff like that. You're saying that it's okay for her to become a violent psychopath because she suffered from abuse. That's not actually a healthy way of recovering from abuse. That's becoming a violent psychopath in response to your abuse. What?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you nailed it, dude. Like,
I was because the guy kept trying to high ground me. He was like, well, she's recovered from abuse. I'm like, so is the Joker. It's the same thing, except like he's the person that abused her. I get that, but like, why did the Joker become the Joker then? You can't just like throw him out on his ass just because he's a white man. And also, if that's gonna inspire, and like, if you're gonna even argue against the original thing, which was a joke I put up on Twitter, then you have to say that the Joker movie actually did inspire white male terrorism. And it's basically just a remake of things like Taxi Driver and things like that. And I'm like, why is this said about this Joker movie, but not about these things or other movies? Why isn't every Saw movie could inspire a psychopath to cut people to pieces? Every superhero movie could inspire someone to jump off a ledge of a building to try and fight. Like, what? Where are you drawing lines? And where do we realize we're watching a movie right now? And if that's going to inspire someone to lose their mind and like start taking people out, either A, this is the first movie of its kind, or B, that person was already mentally disturbed.
What do you think, Rookie?
About this chick being mentally disturbed, or what?
Well, yeah, like this whole idea of just like, oh, this is a feminist movie about being against misogynists, like, which is something that, this reminds me of talk of Ghostbusters and Terminator Dark Fate in a way, except it's Ewan McGregor and he's not being an asshole.
Well, I mean,
which is a good thing.
Honestly, by now, this is just kind of a normal thing that happens with them with marketing now. So I just feel like that's what they're saying to try to get the people that want to go women power to the day and be angry when people don't go see it. They'll be like, oh, those men just didn't see it again. That's all it is. It's just rinse repeat by now. That's all I see it as.
Yeah, I kind of do too, because it's just yeah, it's just one of those things where I can't really understand why this keeps coming up. Like, why do we have to just have the message be thrown at our faces?
It's like,
why
honestly,
can't it?
By now, I mean, women they're in such high places now. I don't know why they're saying.
It's not about the.
Like,
it's
like
to cause this kind of conversation. It's to cause clickbait articles, to then cause other clickbait articles in response, to cause YouTube things. All of that is just now what they think is like bolstering. Any press is good press. That's kind of the idea that a lot of these things go behind. Any press is good press. We're seeing that isn't true anymore necessarily. That's changing. People aren't believing all press. People have less and less faith in what they're hearing from either mainstream media or different media sources. Now, some people have blind faith in whatever, but when it comes to movies, like where people are losing faith in like Rotten Tomatoes, people are losing faith in different, they're looking to things like YouTube, reviewers that they trust, that they've said, I've seen what this person says about other things, and I'll trust them to tell me what they think about this, and that kind of thing. They're not trusting these big, corporate deals anymore because they are controlled by those corporate entities.
Is that, like, there's already women that are in high positions in certain fields, but because they're not in the specific roles that they want them to be in, they're trying to make it a big deal. But it's like,
and within the industry, the film industry, equality is a very different thing. They're always, and if you look back at like how far it's come, like the film industry was again a very male dominated industry, that there always have been women in it, but even so, the majority of people in it have been male. You need to inspire more young women and girls to get into the industry itself, and then you will see more women getting more awards and things like that. We can't just be giving awards to people because of their gender or their race or this or that. They have to earn it based on merit. And if you want more women to be making awards, you need to get more people involved in the industry itself, just like sciences and anything else. And it's something that is happening and has been happening over time as we've grown as a culture and a humanity. It's happening, but you can't force. It's not like you can't just force, like there should be as many women getting as many awards as men or whatever. It's like there's 70% men in the industry right now compared to like 20,
Sure. And also, like, what if some women don't want to do that? What's the problem with that? What if some women want to be engineers? Fine. That's fine. Yeah. Like, but why do you have to say like, oh, we need more men in this field, we need more women in this field? Why not just let them do whatever the hell they want? Yeah. And just don't tell people what they should and shouldn't do. I don't understand.
Reward the people who are doing a good job regardless of their gender. It's okay to celebrate the first woman to do whatever, the first man. Like let's celebrate it, but let's not say the Joker movie needs to fail because white men or like things like that. It's like, why is it now okay to like that? The way that they're currently trying to do these new, feminism and like different pushes and stuff like that in the social media and everything like that seems to have a lot with like shutting down white men and being like, everything else is wonderful. And they call the Joker movie white male terrorism. Would you call Man on Fire black male terrorism? Would you call like any sort of other movie that says the same? Like it doesn't make sense why they single out that movie. It doesn't make any sense.
Because trashing the white man is politically correct and socially acceptable. It goes back to the whole saying, like, if a black man were to do this, but the white guy gets shit for it. Like if the roles were reversed racially in a situation, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you could call white people racist, but you can't call black people racist because they're actually colored people. But that doesn't make sense because white is a color too. White is definitively a color. So,
well, that, and or what else are you? What's the message that you're also saying, that they can't be racist towards Mexicans? Like people can't, like Asians can't be racist. Like, what are you talking about? They can't be racist towards like they're
white too.
I don't I don't understand this. It just it boggles my mind that just like only one race can be this, only one race can be that, and it's just the same thing that
they disguise circumstances. They disguise it. The people that use this kind of argument, they disguise this punching up. If you've heard that phrase before, it's like, well, we're punching up. We're like, we're fighting the people that already have the power, so that means we're okay. Like, it's not okay to bully people that are below you, but it's okay to punch up. That's what they'll say. And punching up means, white people, men, anyone that's, forever been. But that, in that assumption that any white or male or whatever you assume is above you, you're assuming that any person based upon their gender or race is okay to assault because of their gender or race. And that's the whole opposite of what you...
Yep, we've digressed quite a bit.
I know, and it's crazy. But it's some bullshit. So I feel like it kind of circles back.
But I'm glad you brought that up. That's like, it's a good conversation.
That's a great point. Oh, hey, Mary. What's up? How you doing? Oh,
Hi, Mary.
she's my YouTube bestie. Love you, Mary. She said $2. What an epic panel you've assembled. Thank you. That's so nice of you. And I hope to see you on in a couple of weeks. That'd be awesome to have you on.
What would you call your group if you were to have Justin Proper's assemble or something?
Well, it was sort of like the Council of Jeremies, but we're not really all Jeremies anymore. Now we're trying to come up with something that's like, I don't know, a little different than that, like the proper council or something, the proper I don't know. So
Knights of the Round Table.
Knights of the. Oh my God, I don't want to talk about it right now. I'll think about it for sure. But thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. I actually remembered this from this morning, which is something that is even better than the article that I have. This is from our good friends. Guess where?
The Mary too.
Oh yeah, but this is not something that you guys got to read. So this is something. Oh my God, I'm gonna read this for everyone because this is just perfect. She's like, misogynist, already bashing Birds of Prey without seeing it. Where have I seen this before? The movie isn't even out yet. Well, I don't know. Just a good question. I'm not talking shit about the movie. I'm not talking about that at all. We're just talking about like the advertisement of it. Just like, okay, it's gonna be about this. Like, well, I don't want it to be about that.
The movie is the eye of the storm. We're talking about the storm.
Exactly. Outrage has taken over the internet. Women taking over a genre typically dominated by men, ruining the childhoods of those fans who love the male-dominated films. How dare we females take the throne for ourselves? What are you talking about? Wait, what? This is a Birds of Prey movie. No one's talking about this.
Wait,
I don't remember Harley Quinn.
At what point during this movie did they unthrone Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, The Flash? No, at what point are they like literally? If they even want to talk about unseating the patriarch, I doubt they're doing that. They're fighting Black Mask. That's like a second tier Batman villain.
Yeah.
All of them together.
Yeah, like this isn't one of those like I'll ruin my childhood. No, like watching the Batman the Animated Series, sure, yeah, but like what is it ruining? Like really, like where no one's talking about that. They just think it's stupid that it's about misogyny and just like talking about like a feminist movie. Like it's just like no, we just want to see him fuck shit up, and hopefully that's what we get. I don't know. That's what I think. I mean, you guys might have a different opinion, but I just think it's just the conversation is just dumb. That's what I think. So, anyways, this is by Rachel Leishman. Rachel, I have high hopes for you as well. She says, outrage has taken over the internet. Women take. Oh yeah, I already read that shit.
Isn't she outraged though?
Oh, she is very outraged.
She's the one that is outraged, and you could tell.
Yeah, and I don't
outrage
know.
Is taking over the internet. So here I go.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she's mad about, really. Like, okay, she's like, now, what year am I writing from? Well, 2020.
Thank you for the rhetorical question. That unnecessary rhetorical question.
What year am I writing it from?
I don't know. Maybe look at the top of the article.
Yeah,
people in the back.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, people in the back.
We know what year it is.
Is it from the 2016 Ghostbusters movie that was torn to shreds before it even came out? It looked like shit.
Got torn to shreds after it came out.
Yeah, dude, as a woman, I was so uninterested in that bullshit.
It got torn to shreds before because it looked stupid. And then when it came out, oh, it's exactly what we thought because the trailer was not misleading whatsoever. It was just really a piece of shit movie. That was even worse because
and then
they threw Bill Murray out of a fucking window as a joke.
I never saw it and I didn't hear that, but that's ridiculous.
They threw him out of a window.
That's actually just offensive, and I can't.
It was very offensive,
and it's no wonder that movie freaking bombed. And then for the new one that they're making, because what did they do? They were like, there hasn't been a ghost sighting in however many years since the last Ghostbusters 2 was made. And thereby erasing Ghostbusters 2016 from whatever canon that exists in Ghostbusters. Which, if you even that movie was ridiculous. Go on though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's all good. It's all good. Oh, there's 2 U's. Okay, never mind. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh yeah, before it even came out. Or am I talking about 2017's Wonder Woman? Everyone liked that movie.
That did great. I
Yeah.
love
It
that
was
movie.
amazing. I didn't hear anybody complain. What are you talking about? My dad for Father's Day said we're gonna go see Wonder Woman because I grew up with that show. I've been wanting to see a Wonder Woman movie for years. We're gonna go see it on Father's Day. You know, so there goes your argument out the window. Maybe it's 2019's Captain Marvel. Again, it wasn't about her. It was about
what she was saying outside of the movie.
I'm not gonna go into it.
More than that, yeah.
Or maybe I'm looking to the future of Black Widow, or what the fuck? People like Black Widow, or what's happening right this second with Birds of Prey. I'm guessing because the article says, "We're already bashing Birds of Prey." I guess you're talking about that. This is already stupid. Time and time again, it's hard to even have an honest, critical conversation about these female-led movies. Not because you're an idiot, but because of men and some women like yourself on the internet trashing the movie in bad faith before we even get a chance to see it. No one said this about Wonder Woman. Again.
Yeah, no.
I'd also
No
be
one's
curious to see what this particular writer knows about film. What they know about film aesthetics, what they know about shooting film. They probably don't. They probably know nothing about any of that. They're a social justice, champion, and they're just writing about.
Let's just see. Let's just
nonsense.
Hold off on that. Let's just see. Let's just see exactly what they have to say, and then we'll get into it. Okay. Check this out.
That's fair.
So let's take a moment, buckle in, and explore why men, and again some women, because she has to emphasize that, on the internet continue to be the worst. My God, I love this already. Rachel, you are doing a fantastic job. I love it.
Worst.
The worst. Time and time again, we are confronted with the knowledge that in order for women to succeed in any given format, we have to fight an uphill battle to get there. Let's look at, for the sake of argument, and because it was the most recent movie to go through this, Captain Marvel.
Wait, can I actually say something about that first thing? Time and time again, we were confronted with the knowledge that in order for women to see blah, blah, blah.
I was going to ask you about that, actually.
Yeah, that, if anything, women, I think, are being more overprivileged in society than anything.
Why is that?
Because just if you look at the statistics in general, like, men are more likely to kill themselves. Men are more likely to be homeless. And what some businesses are doing to be politically correct is to hire, especially in STEM and computer science fields, companies want to hire more women for diversity, and they pay them more. At least according to one of my friends. I don't know if it's completely true, because one of my friends is going to study computer science, but we kind of have this joke where they're like, they're gonna just hire women blindly on solely because of diversity, because of the time we live in now, and how the uproar of fourth wave feminism is happening. And I just don't understand how women in America could be complaining about having to fight some ridiculous battle to do anything, because we have access to good education. Like, women in other countries cannot dress or express their opinions freely. The women in Middle East countries cannot get educated. So to me, I don't know if this is just applying to movies, or if this is like a statement we have to fight an uphill battle to get there in real life. I don't know if that's some empowerment thing, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to derail the conversation too much, or derail the article.
No, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. The thing that I'd say is that, I think everybody has a struggle. Everybody has an uphill battle, unless you are born into actual privilege. Like, look, you can't talk about, I'm not going to get too much into it, but don't tell me that Will Smith's kids aren't privileged.
They are.
They have. Yeah, I don't want to hear a damn word from them.
Billie Eilish.
Goodness.
Billie Eilish, who just won 5 Grammys. Both her parents are actors and prominent people in Hollywood. It's
and her brother is the artist as well.
Yeah, and she's
a writer. Yeah,
and so these people that are rising to fame, so rarely is it really an original name. Even people that you haven't heard of before, usually their grandparents. So if you really go back to even the Silver Screen Age, people that you wouldn't even suspect have connections all the way up through Hollywood. That's usually how it gets done, and it is ridiculous.
By the way, shout out to Tommy for modding
Absolutely.
in the chat. He's doing awesome. Everybody give him a high five. He's awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. I didn't even ask him to do it, and he's doing that, and I really appreciate it.
But I was going to say one more other thing on that last point was there's a large push going forward as far as like this kind of thing we were talking about is that male toxicity and the future is female, and combine those things and what are children learning as a boy? If you're a boy, you're bad for being a boy. If you're a girl, you're good for being a girl.
Yeah, this is actually
that's bad. That's not a good thing to be. It's not right.
Yeah, like if you're a straight white male, you have to be ashamed of it.
I just realized whenever I highlight a comment, it covers up Jovanna's face. As we're talking about women and
you can switch it. You can switch it so the comments don't take up that much space, so that they're a little smaller.
I say we blame YouTube for being sexist, but whatever.
You can also have a thingy that gives you a notification when somebody pops in the back room. So when you're not on it, you can still hear them come in.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that afterwards.
Would you do a tutorial with you, Prophet?
You should. You should actually do a tutorial. Like, I would greatly appreciate that.
I might do that.
Yeah. He actually taught me Google Hangouts way back when. Anyways, Biden Touch said, my wife's boyfriend agrees with Ewan McGregor. I love Biden Touch.
Oh my God.
I love Biden Touch.
Biden Touch. Trust the Biden Touch.
Oh, Generation Productions. Good question. I was saying earlier in the show that it is fixed. I got everything taken care of, and that's what I'm streaming off of. So, again, thanks to everybody who donated to the GoFundMe. I really appreciate that. But anyways, back to the article now. Back to the article. Okay, so prior to release, Captain Marvel, it was dragged continually by men and some women who did not even see the movie yet. The movie wasn't being dragged as much as it was people just didn't like Brie Larson. They didn't like an actress. They didn't like the way she was talking. They didn't like the way that she was. Maybe I should rephrase that. They didn't like the way she was approaching the subjects that she was talking about. There's a way.
Absolutely.
And there's a way to talk about that.
Compare that to Wonder Woman, I would say, wouldn't you?
Wonder Woman doesn't need to say like I don't.
And no, you don't need to do anything. Neither of them did. You know what I'm saying? Like Gal Gadot during her Wonder Woman, when she went on tour for that to do their press tour, she just promoted the movie. For Captain Marvel, when Brie Larson did her thing, she was like fighting people and like being a jerk.
Yeah, she was just being cool.
And like being like, my platform, my thing, and everyone else who's like literally made the Marvel brand what it is looking at her and being like, you just got here.
Yeah, what do you mean
about? What I do with my platform? Excuse me, don't compare me to Tom Cruise. I'm the next me. I mean, like, that's some
thank you very much. Oh God,
that's just some rude and like terrible stuff. Like, can you not be a cordial person? Can you not at the same time fight for equality and like not be a jerk?
Yeah. Exactly.
It is possible. Like,
it is very possible. Now let's continue. They just
Gal Gadot. I'm just hated those two things.
They just hated the idea of Marvel, which had previously been dominated by men. Having their first female lead. Wait, hold on a sec. Prior to release, it was dragged continually by men and some women who did not even see the movie yet. They just hated the idea of Marvel having their first female lead. No, they didn't. If they hated females, Black Widow. No. So stupid.
We don't like it because vagina and boobs.
And the men are virgins. They're just
Scarlet Witch.
Twitter. They're just bitching. Whatever. Like, come on. Maybe it was because it wasn't Natasha Romanoff, which is a whole other subject. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Who is that?
Yeah, But it's probably more just the idea of a woman getting literally anything. I'm waiting for the Black Widow attacks next.
So those are both references to.
I guess she's talking about like, okay, Black Widow isn't an excuse. Whatever. It's exhausting. Yes, this article is already exhausting.
Exactly.
I wish it were longer.
Read her like actual like bio. By the way,
which is I'd rather
we'll get
not.
there.
Which is the easiest way of putting it. We live in a world where any male nerd movie, nerd movie. I never heard of this. What are male nerd movies? Like what? I don't get it. Is that just all superhero movies to you?
What fits the criteria of a male nerd movie? That's what I want to know.
A blockbuster movie.
I don't even want to talk about anything else right now. This is so fun. Birds of Prey. Go ahead. Oh my god.
This one.
Male nerd movie.
If I put something in quotes,
guys, in the comments down below, in the comments section, tell me what your favorite male nerd movie is. Let's get a list of male nerd movies.
Weird Science.
Oh god. Rookie, what's your favorite male nerd movie?
I have no idea.
I just took the best one.
Joker.
That's my favorite white male terrorist movie. Right? Very soon, we're going to be marching across the land just because.
What was that?
Suddenly, this Joker movie.
Does it have to star males? Because I'm pretty sure there's some hot women and some male nerd movies as well. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
that's what makes them white male nerd movies because they're so misogynist against the women.
I don't even understand. It's just nerd movies. Like what is Star Wars a male nerd movie?
You know what's funny too? I kind of think you know how they want more women to be in the movies, but it's like, don't they also want more women to watch the movies? But they think that putting women on screen will make women watch the movies, and they don't give two shits.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my gosh, like it's like women. Do women not want to? They want to see men on screen too. Like, they like seeing sexy men on screen. That's why Pierce Brosnan. That's why my grandmother went to see James Bond all those years ago. They went to see Pierce Brosnan. He's
Thor,
like, best look at James
Captain
Bond,
America,
and also he kicked ass.
Iron Man. All of these
current
people.
You're acting
Kylo Ren with his shirt off. They're all over the place. It's
they're acting like Jovanna. Come on, like help me out here.
Listen,
it's not new. It's not new.
Yeah, it's just to me, especially with the time we're living in now, with the wokeness bullshit and like how like to me, more female characters just feels like a forcedness of diversity. That's the one thing I hate. Like, I like good female characters. I like wholesome female characters. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I see more better, that doesn't make any sense, but like better written male characters. Like, you know what I mean? Like Anakin and Luke are 10 times better than Rey. Even like Obi-Wan and who else? Fucking Mace Windu was a better character than Rey. Fuck.
And he was
Rey
really
suffered.
Rey suffered.
The character of Rey suffered because of this stuff. Again, like we were talking outside of the movies. The stuff that they're concentrating on in the media, the stuff that they're concentrating on these articles. Oh, are they this? Are they that? What's their sexual identity? What's this? Are they diverse? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Hey, when we actually watch the movie, are we going to enjoy the movie because you took us out of all that stuff you were just talking about and took us into this world of the movie? That's what a movie's supposed to do. I mean, like, not every movie. Some movies are documentaries, all right? But I'm talking about a science fantasy movie, Star Wars, that takes you out of the mundane of your everyday life and takes you to a new place where you can just live and enjoy and learn and wonder and like, whoa, you can't do that when you're constantly going, what about the current social day? You
know, it's even worse when you have like Ryan Johnson like tweeting about it, making it more like a real world problem. Like, that's the problem with Disney, is that they try to comic book everything and make it more applicable to the political correctness of the real world.
Kathleen Kennedy even said before the Rise of Skywalker came out, she was like, we wanted to have a 2019 feel. And I'm like, then
That's
I
not the
certainly
point.
hope that the first words in the movie aren't a long time ago and far, far away. Because if so,
No, it's long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
I don't care. It's you get it though. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
that-
You
that's
just
what came across.
failed. You just
Maddening.
failed, and I called you out. I had
I
to.
take it, I accept it, and I relish in it because that failure was minuscule in comparison to the fucking Disney trilogy and its nonsense.
Oh, well, we're okay. I don't want to talk about the Disney
We don't.
trilogy.
Let's go into.
But I will say, I
article.
will say, Matt Schroeder. There was one that was really funny. His favorite male nerd movie was Dead Poets Society.
Oh God, that hurts. Actually.
They're all nerds. It's all nerds.
And so did one of them committed suicide, and now I think about it that so is Robin Williams, and now I'm just saying.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Whoa.
Happens. Yeah. Way to just make this all worse. Face. No, I'm kidding.
Tagline.
I'm kidding. I hate. You know what? No, it's okay. But like, no, I understand the connection. But like, yeah, I mean, we were a bunch of nerds. They were all a bunch of nerds there, and I totally
and it was
get
a wonderful bonding. I love
it.
The movie. It's yes,
a lot of male bondage. I mean,
and Robin Williams was great.
So, yeah, and it was great.
Yes.
Anyways, we live in a world where any male nerd movie, again, #male nerd movie that stars a woman is going to get attacked before it's even on its feet. Most of male nerd movies have women in it, so that's stupid. Birds of Prey is getting it in multiple ways, even saying that female leads lack sex appeal because, wait, what? Why? Okay, I all right. I actually kind of agree with you on this. Yeah, why? Yeah, but that's also the point you're trying to make. What are you talking about? I was gonna
say it like just went.
Female leads since when? Since when does Scarlett Johansson lack sex appeal?
Yeah.
Since when does Margot Robbie lack sex appeal? Your argument is already falling apart. The men watched the trailer and didn't like that Harley Quinn said "fuck off" to the Joker. Well, maybe that was. Well, to Jared Leto, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe people liked it. Maybe people like that quote because he's not going to be a part of the other movies. Anyways, when it comes down to it, I guess I want to know. You guess you want to know, or do you want to know? Do you want to know, or do you not want to know? Oh my!
Is this person writing an article?
I want to know.
Articles sound like fucking text messages.
What was that?
These articles sound like fucking text messages. Like, yeah, I guess. It would be even worse if she said IG and abbreviated it like that, but that's a different conversation. But
I
yeah,
didn't even
you just
know
don't
that
say
was
that.
a thing. I'd say IG. I'm like Instagram. What?
No,
like,
so
okay, boomer.
What my
IG.
generation likes to do is we abbreviate everything over text, and IG is also I guess. I thought it was Instagram, and my dumbass was like, oh, what is IG? I could do this later tonight. Mean Instagram? I could do this later tonight. And then they were like, no, it's I guess, you dumbass. I was like, oh, okay.
So rude. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, Generation Production. It's a good point. Jurassic Park. First chick flick. What are you talking about? Ellie was a strong female character, and all the dinosaurs in the park were female. Yeah, clever girl. Yeah.
Life.
Yeah. Exactly. But no, I mean you're right. I mean, just like I don't know, but oh my gosh,
it's
anyways.
Anyways,
going on. When will this end? Like I don't know. When you shut the fuck up about it, I guess I don't know. That's when it'll end. When people stop talking about it.
Put a period and put post on the end of this crap nonsense.
Yeah, it just sounds like a rant. Yeah, basically that sounds like a big tweet at first, and then when will it end? Okay, cool. That's your end of your Twitter thread. How many successful movies need to come out with women as the leads before we finally just have an acceptance of these movies? If they're shit, none.
Can we stop?
Great, yes. If they're great, yes. I love it. Cool.
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Alien.
Kill Bill.
Terminator, like
Wonder Woman.
When these people write these articles where they're like, when will people come to accept that great women can like be in the? I was like, when will you accept that women have already been in movies and the thing that you're saying has already happened? And why are you saying what you're saying? I don't understand what the point of this was.
Carry
It
on a
was
second.
nonsensical. It was bad. It's boo. When
Dude,
it comes down to
could I
it-
add? Could I
Yeah.
add? I think it's because now the norm for film is superhero movies. Like, I don't see anyone in my school, like, you know, like, other than the TV students, nobody knows that much about, like, film in general. Like, nobody knows about, like, any classic movies. Like, I'm like, hey, have you seen this movie? Like, when I make a reference, they're like, no. And then when I
Sure,
make a
it's not a
Marvel
lot.
reference, like, it's more popular because now Marvel is the norm for, like, cinema. Like, how
Sure.
Martin Scorsese was saying, how, like, he made his whole statement about how he doesn't think Marvel movies are cinema. And I think it's just the way we're evolving into it. Like,
Yeah.
that's people's now modern day definition of a good movie is just a superhero flick. Like, I don't see anyone talking about 1917 from my school. You know what I mean? Like, any, like, really, like, good movies with a story rather than just some superhero flick.
Yeah.
And that's where I think this article is really based on, is like just superhero flicks being the classification of cinema all around instead of just now. Like you were saying, of course, there's good characters, like female characters that were like way before all this stupid politically correct woke garbage started coming out, you know?
Absolutely. And part of the reason, going from what you were just saying, part of the reason that these superhero movies became so like male dominated is because they started from comics which are male dominated and stuff like that. And you started with Iron Man and Batman. Really, when you first started when we had the technology to start doing the type of superhero movies that we're now doing, okay, it started with Batman Begins, it continued through Iron Man, and it really started through the freaking Phantom Menace and the prequel trilogy, when they were starting with blue screens and green screens, all this stuff, doing stuff way ahead of its time, which also inspired Lord of the Rings. So we have starting from there, but now it's gotten to that was the starting point. We got to the great point. The wonderful point of it was like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Some of the great superhero movies, like, you know, when they were using, you know, the most of these computer graphics with the best of live action stuff. And now they're just completely, it's the other end of the pendulum. Everything's green screen, everything's motion capture, everything's everything. And it's just all animated bullcrap. And they don't even care about the story anymore, when that's the most important thing of it all. That's what made any of these things popular in the first place. It wasn't the graphics. It was the story behind the graphics.
Yeah, it's again, story over aesthetic, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what it boils down to. This is, by the way, a great discussion. And if you guys in the chat are enjoying it, there's about like 26 people, 27 people watching. Go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. This is really a lot of fun to get back to doing this. And we're having a great conversation. So, again, just tag me, and then I'll read your comment out loud, because there's a lot of interesting comments coming out. A lot of people are really seeming to enjoy this this kind of bannering, and this happens all the time. You know, people are just getting furious that these kinds of conversations even have to be said, because we feel like this is common sense. I mean, these people like Rachel here, who are writing these articles, live in opposite world. We're just like, why? Like, it's just like, I feel like these people live in a bubble, and just not having an understanding of just like how the real world works. It's like, if you really have that kind of warped viewpoint of the world, then I understand that if it comes from experience, but are you really talking to men? Are you really talking to women? Or are you just talking to like 4 or 5 of your friends? I don't know. I mean, I know there's just 4 of us here, but
Yeah.
But just what I mean. It's just one of those things that it infuriates me sometimes. But anyways, let's get back to this. Well, when it comes down to it, I guess I want to know. Because again, when will this end? How many successful movies need to come out with women as the leads before we finally just have an acceptance of these movies? Do women need to start our own franchise and just run with it from here? Run with it from there in hopes that the men of the internet don't find us? What the fuck kind of warped thinking is that? Do you need to start our own franchise? Why don't you do that? That'd be a great idea. We have more original movies.
Here's a question.
Awesome.
Here's a question. Here's a question. Who's we? Are we saying that this one psychopath speaks for all women? I don't think so.
She has
They didn't say we in this sentence. Do women?
Do women? No. Okay, then the answer is no.
It said our, not we, but yeah.
Yeah.
Our own
franchise.
Do we
finally
who are
have
these
to have
people?
an acceptance? Yeah, like
why don't you have?
Who's we?
Why
Who's
don't
they?
you make more franchises that are original? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. I
because
love
you
it.
can't.
Of course.
Said she wants to make them and then have the audience not watch it because she hopes that the men don't find it. So
Yeah, so they don't. Yeah, and
she's
like,
I'm trying
that the men of the internet don't find us. Why would you not want? Do you want it to flop? Like exactly,
dude. I feel like the Rachel tried to make a point about how stupid that sounds, but then she's just sounding more stupid. Like if that makes sense. Like,
there's become
exactly.
very thing.
Where are the arguments here? Like
yeah, like dude, there's like no facts in this article whatsoever. It's all just based on like this is like if Twitter was a person or an article.
Twitter was a person.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
No, this is the article where she said, "Can we say it louder for the people?" Or is that the other one? I don't care.
No, that's the other one. That's the other one.
Still, and this is like the same. Almost. This is a slightly above that, but. You don't have you're relating things that have nothing to do with each other than the fact that they have a female lead. You don't have like so much of this has just nothing to do with the rest of it.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
It's like
I like
it's
for
more
one
about like
female,
misogyny.
You ever heard about this? You ever heard about this? You ever heard about this? Well, now that we're here, I mean,
let's
that's the evidence.
Yeah, let's. I hope there's something more. I only read like up until this point, and then I decided, oh my god, I need to share this. Anyways, they go on to say, I'd like for one female-led movie to come out without having to listen to the angry men screaming about how it's bad before they've even laid eyes on it.
Kill Bill.
Wonder Woman.
Who are those angry men?
And then she says, it says, yes, I know that Wonder Woman 1984 and the unnamed Captain Marvel sequel will do well because the first installments did, but that's because both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel had to be rallied behind by women everywhere because of sad backlash. What?
What a load of crap!
What backlash to Wonder Woman are you talking about? You live in a fantasy world? Nobody said anything about this.
Who are you talking to, bro?
I'm looking forward to a female-led movie doing well without a man complaining about it. I'm like, there's tons of those already.
Thank you.
We covered those in the last paragraph. Like,
I would have loved to. I would have loved to critically look at both Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel without feeling like any criticism would open the door for men on the internet to tank it and ruin whatever hope I had for sequels. What?
No. Exactly. See, that's what I was saying earlier. This person does not have the ability to actually criticize a movie. They're not aware enough of what makes a movie a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
She says, granted, there wasn't much about either of these movies I would change, but that's not particularly the point. Okay, I agree with Wonder Woman, disagree with Captain Marvel. They did Nick Fury dirty. They did him dirty. Stupid cat. I like all the men who have come before me. I like all the men who have come before me. So do I.
Wait, back it up one more time. Okay. I like all the men.
I like all the men who have come before me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She wrote it.
Sorry. You hate men in this article.
I'm sorry. That's you didn't read
there.
before you submitted enter. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not though. Like, okay,
Your word.
like all the men who have come before me, want to look at a movie and go, without fear that no other female-led movie will happen in this genre as a result. Cool. All right. I want another Wonder Woman, though. Thank you. Again, I want to have that weight lifted off me so I can go into a movie and just enjoy it without having to feel like I have to scream about it for months to counteract the jerks on the internet who hate anything that isn't filled with white men named Chris. Okay, that's funny. That's a valid point. Birds of Prey does have a white man named Chris, though. So, what do you have against white men named Chris?
My actual name is Chris.
Dude,
Yeah,
my
what-
brother's name is Chris, and he's a white man.
It's
I'm
a very
offended for my
common
brother. I'm
white
just
man name. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Actually, my full name is Christopher. I prefer to go by Christ, but
Shut up. you you're growing the hair out, which I like. But
I know I look like him too.
Yeah, dude, it looks
pull
like
this
it's
away.
dog.
right.
Looking through my
So-
eyes, I'm white, Christ.
So, and she says basically, how many
He's
successful female-led nerd-based movies have to happen before we can stop this? Frankly, fucking stupid trend of bashing a movie nonstop just because it isn't filled with male heroes. When will the madness end? That's not why people don't like these
No.
movies. It's because they're bad movies. Ghostbusters was a bad movie. Wonder
Yeah.
Woman doesn't even count because people liked it and it was good.
And it's not like also these are remakes of movies or like treading upon like
and that's it.
they're
And-
trying to
No,
use
look at the gif she put at the end. The Harley sipping tea. That's the end of the
go
article.
down. Wait, go down. And that's her coming drinking their go down farther.
Oh, is this
I
her
wanna see
bio or
her
something?
bio. Does she have one? There it is.
Rachel was an eye?
She loves superheroes, weird musicals, and wants Robert Downey Jr. to release a new album. Okay,
I'm actually
whatever.
fine with most of that.
Yeah.
Leslie Knope, I like that. But she's going a little far, a little nuts. Actually, way far, way nuts on a lot of these things.
Oh my goodness, I don't even want to read the comments.
Yeah, dude.
We
that's
are the comments.
probably terrible.
Jeez. Okay, guys. Okay. That was a fun article, though. That was really fucking fun. But seriously, though, Rookie, I would prefer if you didn't interrupt us, though.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, but Rookie, I wanted to get some of your thoughts on this whole thing. You've been listening here.
Well, I mean, again, it's just kind of the same kind of stuff that we're used to seeing, and I don't know. I'm hoping that they'll realize that it's kind of stupid to market their movies this way, especially when I really can't get how they think putting more women on screen will get more women to watch, or do they want more women on screen and more men to watch? I don't understand what they want the audience to be, and when they blame people for not watching it, it seems ridiculous. But again, I mean, I'm so used to this by now. With all this, I really expect this. With almost every movie that comes out that's going to have a female lead, I expect them to go, you need to watch it, or else you're, as you say, a misogynist.
Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, seriously, like, it's like, why does this have to keep, carrying on? I mean, this is funny that we get to read this and all, but it's just one of those things that I'm just kind of, sick and done of and infuriated about.
I feel like I could write an article just as good, like in 5 minutes, without any context what the movie
Yeah,
is,
sure.
and
That's-
just go, hey, this is the same. But I could do the same quality of article in 5 minutes, probably.
Oh, fuck. We only got like 2 minutes left. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe we talked about this for a solid hour. That was pretty good.
Holy shit. Yeah, that went by so fast.
It really did. I'm sorry. We're gonna probably have to cut the couple of stories.
I apologize.
Oh, don't you dare apologize. This is a great conversation.
Then I don't apologize.
I really enjoy it.
I stand by that.
But I do want to just quickly go over them. Just not too much into detail, but everyone already heard about this story, the female transgender superhero in Marvel. We've already seen that, right? Kevin Feige says it's going to be one of those. He said somebody asked him, just like, are there any LGBT characters in the Marvel films? Are any plans for more of them? Specifically the T, trans characters. Like, we don't know what the T stands for. Idiot. Kevin says, yes, absolutely, yes. And very soon, in a movie that we're shooting right now, The Eternals, I guess. I don't know. What are they shooting? But then it comes out that Loki, that series is going to have the first trans character. And I just want to get people's thoughts on it. There's like this character named Sera, Sera, so it's not even spelled correctly. is just some not a shapeshifter, but I don't really know. That like I don't know. No, I don't have a problem with it. But again, it's just that why do we have to treat these people like puppets? Like why do we have to make the whole story about
when did they
them? This is called Loki. This is called Loki. It's not about you.
Yeah, like new Loki series might not.
This is a rumor. This is a rumor, by the way.
So this new Loki series, that's where you end that news story. That's how much news there is in this news story. New Loki series exists.
Yeah,
that's
this is pretty much
exists.
It's all speculation.
Everything else after that is just like, hey, who knows? They might not. What if they don't?
Pretty much.
Ooh, get them.
Pretty much. But let's just be honest. Do any of us really have a problem with it?
No, not at all.
Like
it's the multiverse of madness.
Like
right?
I could care less.
Like when they made female stormtroopers in the Rise of Skywalker to get killed. It's like, well, they're in there, but all right.
How do you know that they're female? They all are wearing the
because
armor.
it had based on the scream. It's normally and these ones were like
And when you heard some of them talk, you heard female voices. That was one of my questions. I don't know if it's defined that stormtroopers are predominantly male. Is that a fact? Like, can they even be female?
Yeah.
Like I don't know about that.
That's even harder to tell, I guess.
I mean, if the Empire really wanted to have, or the First Order, whatever if they want to have more numbers, get females. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. But I mean, the first one was like, I mean, weren't they clones?
Clones.
Yeah.
So they were based off a guy. What can you do? What can you do about that?
They probably had like some transgender transition or some shit. Knowing Disney, that's how they'll explain it.
Right. Well, anyways, we're gonna start wrapping it up. But first, though, there's a funny article that we usually include in This Week in Bullshit. We used to do like a whole segment of them, but they always took an hour long. So we're just gonna stick with just one. The company Corona says it's not concerned about customers confusing the beer with the virus. Neither am I, ladies and gentlemen.
He's so brave. And
so brave. So brave.
Of the coronavirus.
That was a silly joke. And now everyone's leaving.
Dude, like 5 people just left.
I know.
So they're done.
Oh yeah. But I will say though, I can't end this without saying rest in peace, Kobe and Kobe Bryant. I know that we're not big, this is not a big sports channel or anything. But being in Los Angeles, I can feel the loss. I mean, I really can feel it. And screw you, TMZ, for breaking it to for pretty much just saying like, oh yeah, they were scolded by police for breaking news of Kobe Bryant's death before the family could be notified. Fuck you, TMZ. Fuck you, and fuck you so much. You suck.
No.
Don't do that. Don't say that to people before. Don't release it out there before even the family can know. That's stupid. Anyways, I'm done. I'm pissed off now. And anyways,
that's the way to end it. Yeah.
Exactly. But we got to close out first. And first and foremost, Rookie Critic, you just had a birthday yesterday. Congratulations.
Dude, happy belated. I don't think I wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was fun. And like I said, I'm not a drinker, so me getting drunk was probably funny, I imagine. I literally just posted drink highlights, so I'll be doing the drunk highlights of me drunk in a little bit. But yeah,
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
There yesterday, Justin, and everybody that stopped by in the chat and whatnot. Yeah, it was a fun one. It was a long one. I thought I was gonna go 5 hours.
Oh no, it went like 12.
I could feel it on my 5th drink. Like before that, I was like, no, I'm good. And then on the 5th one, I was like, now I'm here. And blah, blah, blah. It's immediate effect.
Exactly. All right. And of course, Christ, as you refer to yourself now, Vase. Go ahead. What you got going on, you triple sunglass weirdo? I didn't even notice that. When did you get all these sunglasses? Is he frozen or something?
Yeah, he's frozen. No.
Fail. All right, we'll get to him in a second. Hopefully he gets it out before it'll. Yeah. Anyways, Jovanna.
Yo, I'm out. No, I'm just playing.
Oh yeah, I'm Justin Proper, and I'll see you next week, and I'll see you with the next videos coming out really shortly. Love you guys. Thank you all so much for the support. You've been great today. Live long and proper, and fuck TMZ.
Damn right.